Good morning, everyone. Students, today we are doing fourth scientific technique of the Taylor, that is differential piece wage system. Well, you have to understand its meaning first. Differential piece wage system tells the different rate of wages given to the efficient and inefficient workers, right? And why this technique is followed and what is it including? Like, this insists on what? First thing, it's telling keep paying different rate of wages to efficient and inefficient employee, right? Means the experts will get on the different rate and another people they will get at the different rate. Extra wages paid to the efficient employees, and those who are not efficient will be paid the different rate. Now, extra wages paid to the efficient employee will motivate inefficient employee, and it's quite natural when somebody is getting more amount for the good work or for the more production, so that motivates another one to come in that category, means they want to be efficient and want to earn more. Next one is automatically the production increases, right? When somebody is producing more and another one are getting motivation from those one ki if you produce more item you will be paid more, so they also start producing more. So ultimately the effect is overall production increases, right? Now, Taylor suggested that the company must fix a standard rate of wage and the standard output, right? Standard output means company decides ki within the time frame you have to produce minimum 10 units, right? And for each unit you will be paid 10 rupees. Suppose this example I'm taking. And if you produce more than 10 units, so you will be paid with the rate of 15 rupees. So overall earning will improve and everyone would like to produce more than 10 items, okay? Because if you produce more than 10 item, either one item more, so you will be paid with the higher rates. So this motivates the employee who are the sluggish, like the speed is slow, so this technique motivates them. So they have taken the same sort of example, I'm taking it here. If the standard target is 10 units per day and the rate is 50 rupees per unit, fine. And the worker will be producing 10 units, will be paid 500 rupees because for one unit he is getting 50 rupees, for 10 units he'll be getting 500 rupees. Now if someone is producing 12 items, so he will be paid with the rate of 60 rupees, okay? So total that fellow will be receiving 720 rupees. So just to produce 2 items more he is getting 220 rupees extra. And simultaneously they have decided the worker who are producing less than standard items, means standard item 10 we have decided. Suppose someone is producing 8 items, so he will be paid according to rupees 40 per unit, right? So this person will be receiving only 320. Just to produce 2 items less, he is getting 180 rupees less. So this motivates the people whose speed is slow and they are the slow movers. So this method motivates them to produce more than the standard. If not more than the standard, so at least they should produce till the standard output, right? So this technique is differential piece wage system, and this is quite helpful in the production units where this helps the worker to do more production and to earn more. Well, next we have next and last technique, scientific technique given by the F.W. Taylor, is mental revolution. Mental revolution is the thing, students, where both the parties, they need to change their mental attitude. Both the parties means workers and management. And we have seen from the ages these both the parties are anti of each other, right? So this requires to change their attitude towards each other. They need to cooperate with each other, and systematic thinking should be there. They must understand the problem of each other because both the parties are having the different aspects of thinking, right? Now Taylor is telling that workers always, they just feel कि management is exploiting them and these people are overburdened, excess work are taken by them. I mean, the management is taking excess work and paying less. These are the problem from workers' side. And if we think from management point of view, they think that these workers, they always grumble, means complaining attitude, and they follow the slow moving policy. they work very in the slow movement and damage the equipment sometime, and they work very carelessly. So these kind of complaints are there from management side. So both the parties, they don't trust each other, they most of the time they blame each other, right? So that is not good thing for any of the party. So they have to, there is a requirement to change the attitude. So it's telling Taylor suggested and he stressed that there is a need to change the attitude of both the groups drastically, right? So he referred to change as a revolution of mind to develop positive thinking and feeling of cooperation for each other. That is what we wanted. If they change their thinking, if they change their attitude towards each other, so that will be better for the institution. So Taylor has given the name to all the theory as mental revolution, right students? So here we have completed all the 5 scientific techniques given by the Taylor. So tomorrow we'll be taking some other topic. By the time you must learn all these topics and you should prepare the notes. And one thing students, MCQ and case studies are given. I'm just reminding you, just go through all these case studies properly because that's a part of your exams. Thank you so much.